Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, like it or not, possibly not, probably not, it's showtime. Hi, guys. Me and the Horseshoe are back. Good morning. I'm Wilford Brimley, and I'm here today to talk to you about diabetes. Actually, good afternoon. Hi, here we are. So, where we left this is us trying to figure out the best way of getting enough XP because of all the XP that went to the wrong place, the wrong mastery, because of the bug. And someone had a good suggestion on Reddit, so I'm going to follow that. Which is just doing the rifts. As that's basically just the best way of just spamming it for, maybe half an hour to get the XP. Still... Nope, went the wrong way. Or, no, actually, I went the wrong way, I think.
You come, I hunt minerals.
The previous one got closed. Yep. Previous one got closed, so we got another. So spamming rifts is apparently the best way to just get the XP you're going to need to continue on. So it's going to be boring for the next 20 minutes or half an hour.
That'll silence you.
Dying. Ow. Not cool, man. Not cool.
I feel sick and infuriated.
Ideally, I wouldn't be the only one here. So far. Alright, the leaping bots are now my least favorite thing. Good afternoon, presumably, to whomever has joined me. I mean, they could be in Hawaii. Time for a sip.
Stand your ground. I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
Hello there, and welcome back. Not as much XP as I'd hoped for.
Threshold.
They'd go faster
achieved.
with more people. So I'm going to try something goofy. Or possibly not. Where is the... There is a commander on the map somewhere, but I don't see where. Other than in that direction. So if maybe there's... Maybe the meta is going on, something like that. I don't see where they are. But the objective for the next, well, hopefully not too terribly long, is XP. And XP, basically, I'll grab any event that I stumble on. What do I have to do? Oh, this is more of the crabs. I need crab bait. If memory serves, that's what these things drop when you kill them.
6 feet tall.
Is this another one of the... we get the bait from the NPC.
More bait?
He's
Here
got
you
the bait.
go.
Alright, he's got the bait. And we grab a crab. And I'm not sure where we guide it. Back to him? Oh. No. I'm supposed to, I guess, take them here. Place bait. Direct the crab you're guiding to a specific location. Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing with the crab. The other time where you had to bait a crab, there was a place to put the crab. Now there's not. Oh, I guess maybe we just drop it anywhere in this circle.
Where I chose you.
Or if not circle. That's technically not a circle, you can tell because it's a rectangle. Okay. Time left. Oh, he's not giving me any more bait to use. Fine. Fine, I see how it is. Well, we'll see how much credit I get. Drumroll, please. Here it comes.
Oh,
Silver. Alright.
looks like we have enough.
Stay where you are for a few moments. It's worth it. Okay. Talk me into it. Oh, is this the crab rave? I saw something about the crab rave. Oh, he stopped when I talked to him. I didn't know he was going to stop when I talked to him. That's not what I wanted to do. Now I feel bad. I have made the world in which we are traveling less fun to be in. I'm just a bad human being. Oh, technically I'm an Asura, not a human being.
Henry James.
Alright, we'll use the, we'll fly poorly again. Try and track down the next rift. Rift spamming is supposed to be the fastest way of getting XP to finish out the first couple of tiers of mastery, which I need. Because of the bug. Did I say that enough times? Oh, it should be close. I think Asura have a great sense of fun anyway. Their idea of fun is, let's just say, non-traditional. All right, everybody just appeared out of nowhere. And I'll just have to murder them, as if they hadn't. Is there a veteran in there? Yeah, there is a veteran. I don't think that came with the... No, that's just a regular landscape mob. Not one tied to the rift. Oh, yeah, another player. Yay. I should speed things up significantly.
Infuriating.
Okay. I will use the Heart of the Obscure. That was a good chunk of XP. Alright. So this is going to probably take half an hour, 45 minutes. And here comes the bad man. Excellent. 4 of us. This will go relatively quick.
Exhilarating. There's one to remember me by.
Alright. How am I enjoying the X-Pack? I have, because I got bit by one of the bugs, a blocker bug. I am not in a good place mentally about the expansion. I cannot judge because I wasted hours yesterday in a bugged state. So I don't want to color anyone else's impression because I'm still quite exorcised and unhappy about that.
Target destroyed.
Now, it's not biting most people, but it has bit a fair number of people. There were a lot of posts about it on Reddit. Stop selling these for now. So, it would be unfair of me to comment when I'm currently in a state of displeasure about a relatively rare occurrence. Also, I would like to very positively note the fact that ArenaNet Chloe stepped up on Reddit and basically took the bullet for it, saying that she had missed it in the testing. And, you know, every time I do a misspelling on the internet, I feel terrible. Well, she admitted to making a significant, not huge, but a significant bug get past her. And I think that deserves applause. Most people try to evade any responsibility. She basically said, yeah, I missed this, I'm sorry. The specific bug is if you do not do the collection for the skimmer before you finish the heart, which is theoretically is, you know, they're in the same area, and I finished the heart, and if you finish the heart, it will let you progress. I got to chapter 4 before I was blocked, because you have to finish the collection for the skimmer before you do the heart. They just didn't actually make it a blocker between those two things. So the block shows up much later than the problem does.
Exhilarating.
You got lucky with the Pete quest. Yeah, that's the one. did it in order. So yeah, that is exactly the one that did. So I want to be clear. I am quite unhappy about the bug. I am very pleased with the responsible person's response, which was to step up and take the bullet. Chloe, I forgive you, and I commend you for stepping up and saying, yeah, that one's on me. Having a single-minded brain helped you. Yeah, I'm normally that way, but it never even occurred to me. I didn't assume it was on the storyline. I assumed it was a side quest. Alright, where do we need to go next? It's not a huge deal. I want to be clear about that. It's honestly not. But it did eat several hours of my time, and unsurprisingly, yeah, I'm not happy about that. It's there. Oh, I do not have a closer point. So I'm not in a mental place where I can give an honest assessment. There have been a few other implementation things that I really didn't like. As an example, in the wreck of Kanak's ship, you have to rescue the survivors, and you can't target them and get it done with the action cam mode up. It has to be out of the action cam. And that's an appalling mistake to make. Where a lot of your players, who maybe are always in action cam, and I mean always in action cam, all of a sudden, they can't progress the story and probably have no idea why. So that's the kind of... That one, I think, is a far, far worse mistake. Then I made a mistake with the scripting language and I feel bad.
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
Okay, we are now on to the second tier of the necessary skimmer mastery. So I've had issues with some of the implementation things that we've been dealing with, and that would be an example. Basically, the expansion feels a little bit unfinished. But then they've moved large part of the team onto other projects, so that's not surprising. But I'm not willing to cut the game slack. I'm willing to cut the developers slack. It's just not as big a team as it used to be. So of course, you're not going to get the same game experience. So I don't hold the devs responsible, but I do hold, the company and the game itself to a high standard. And right now, it's a little disappointing. Got salty with the prologue thing too. Took some time on other stuff. There's a thread in the forums, hadn't received much attention, and yes, it was a major blunder. And those are the kinds of things, they spent an extra 2 months developing this. Now, some of it undoubtedly was a lot of dev time was spent in dealing with the elite specs. But to a great degree, that's not the same core team that's working on story stuff.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
So, It just... I'm in the wrong place to be commenting on it at all. Mentally. I shouldn't. It's not giving them a fair shake. The level cap is 80. It's exactly where it has been since the game launched. It's one of the things that most Guild Wars 2 players really like about the game, is the horizontal progression. You can quit the game to go play something else for 6 months or a year or a couple of years. And when you come back, your character is still at the cap and your gear is as good as it needs to be. QA might be, of the bugs you've heard of, most should be found at that stage. I would expect, but right now studios everywhere are skimping on QA. Sadly. Famously, Blizzard got rid of most of theirs. Just got rid of the QA team. Now, my assumption is they outsourced it, and frankly, when you outsource something like that, you're going to get a significantly inferior result. What did I do? Okay, I clicked in the wrong place. Pardon me. Old man clicking issues. Why am I not in Action Cam myself? And that I normally play open world stuff in Action Cam.
That'll silence you.
If there's any chat coming, I may miss it right now because I need to rearrange some windows because of that momentary misclick. What the heck? I've never seen that visual effect doing these things before. And granted, I've only done like 6 or 8 of these, so I guess I'm probably not going to see everything at a time. Return that to its proper place. There we go. Alright. Everything now should be fine again. It should be fine. So, I'm just going to keep spamming the rifts for, like the next half an hour or so. It ain't entertaining, but I need the XP, so that's what it is.
Infuriate!
We are buzzing through the bosses at the end of the rift pretty quick. Someone on Reddit commented that this was probably the fastest way of getting the required XP, if you got gummed up by the bug. Like
Target destroyed.
Where a whole bunch of XP went into sort of the, you'll eventually want it, but don't need it, of the second tier mastery for Castora. When you're blocked if you don't have the second tier of Skimmer. I am not a big PvPer. I watched some of the Throne and Liberty PvP and I was very impressed technically that they had that many characters being that active and being seemingly correctly represented on screen. So technically, I found it to be a significant achievement. In gameplay terms, it looked like a Zerg fest, where basically you've got a shot caller, probably on voice, calling out the targets constantly, and then just just an absolute zerg fest. So, I have no judgment because I haven't really played it on the PvP play. Technically, I think it's a very impressive display. To get that many characters on screen in a usable, informative fashion where, you know, you're not completely lagged out. Very impressive.
A clever combination. Oh, high toxicity.
High toxicity indeed. Yes, we'll use the Heart of the Obscure. Newt. But generally, I'm just not much of a PvPer. And that's kind of the real call for Throne and
There's
Liberty.
one to remember me by.
Is if you're a PvPer, what it offers, I don't think anyone else really does. I definitely and completely understand a PvPer choosing to play it. Or what, about a third of the way, maybe 30% of the way to the next mastery, and then I can continue on with the story. Finally. TNL, I mean, I played some Throne and Liberty. The PvE in it didn't really grab me.
6 feet tall.
Part of it was just simple issues with translation. It had a lot of things I liked in it, but the actual sort of standard MMO gameplay just simply didn't really grab me. I'd have no idea as to what the endgame PvE experience is like in Throne and Liberty. But then PvP in MMOs is always going to be sort of a difficult discussion, because generally the PvP players, it's a vital part of an MMO, and the PvE players mostly want nothing to do with it. So it's always going to be sort of a point of contention in any MMO. Are they going to do PvP? What are they going to do with PvP? For instance, in this game, there are two types of PvP. There is the structured PvP, which is 5-on-5, and then there is the World v. World PvP, which is larger scale, more players involved, that kind of thing. Involves, you know, attacking and taking fortresses, and so that's more along the lines, I think, of what you would see in the PvP in Throne and Liberty. In this game, there are the structured PvP, the 5 versus 5 PvP, is a relatively small community. The World v. World community is significantly larger, and the vast majority of the game is, in this case, is PvE. The PvE player base is by far the biggest part. And so, naturally, PvP doesn't get as much attention. close yet? We're close. Somebody's already
I
started
hunt
it.
minerals
Yay,
in
that's good.
mission of great import. You want to take part? I can see it. Join me.
And sadly, yesterday, we got the announcement
That'll see.
from Amazon Game Studios that New World was getting put into maintenance mode, and no guarantees that it's going to stay in maintenance mode long, as they say, through 2026. So does that mean 12 months or 3 months? Another MMO going down, and their player numbers were significantly up after their expansion. So the players are not happy about that, the New World players. And obviously the New World team is not happy about that because, well, they're all getting laid off. I would say that more people do raids, significantly more people do raids than the structured PvP. I would guess probably more players do World v World than raids, although they're working on changing that. They're doing a change in the looking for raid system equivalent. So that might change, but I would say probably more players play World v World PvP.
This is the only proper course.
So it would be PvE, World v World PvP, raids, and then structured PvP. The structured PvP is a very small, loyal community. If I was any good at PvP, I would want to play the structured PvP in Guild Wars 2 because it's normalized. You know, every character of the same class has access to exactly the same tools. You have access to the same gear, the same specializations. Well, if you've got access to the specializations, I think those have to be unlocked in expansion. But if you've got, if you hit level 2, you can play structured PvP at level 80 because it's completely normalized. So for small scale 5 versus 5 PvP, I think the fact that it's all fared up. Good afternoon to you, your dudeness. Makes it completely skill based. I will also say, however, that the skill floor and cap for PvP, structured 5 versus 5 PvP in Guild Wars 2 is extremely high. A brand new player to structured PvP will be terrible. Even if they're good in PvE, they will be terrible in PvE. Because the gameplay is so different. It is so reactive. You not only have to know your class, you have to know all of the other classes to really be effective.
You're seeing.
Sort of like a MOBA, you kind of have to know not just your class, your hero, but the other heroes as well. That holds true in structured PvP in Guild Wars 2 as well.
Take the exposed.
Go. We are halfway done with Mastery Track 2. Progress is being made. Time for a sip. For anyone who's just joined me, I cannot continue the story until I finish up the second tier of mastery on the skimmer, and so I am spamming rift events as they have good XP and will be the most time effective
I'm neither here nor there.
way to get me back into the story. I got bit by a bug, so I spent most of yesterday not making any progress on the story because I wasn't aware that I had to get this done before I could actually make any more story progress. Eagle, by the way, Short saw me play that space game a few weeks ago when it came out. Space game. Holy crap, is my brain toasted. Space game. Wow. You see, you want the old man to remember stuff, and I can remember stuff that I learned in junior high school, but don't ask me to remember what I did 2 weeks ago. I should be embarrassed by the fact that I can't remember that kind of thing. But it happens so often now, I can't realistically be that embarrassed about it.
Infuriating!
Let's see, for this month, the things I was interested in were...
There's what to remember me by!
well, let's see, we had the Legion remix. We had the New World, sadly, last expansion. We had Guild Wars 2. We had Arc Raiders. Those are the 4 games I knew about that I had in mind that we were going to be playing this month. Now I'm trying to remember what I was playing last month.
I feel 6 feet accelerate!
He's going to tell me and I'm going to feel dumb as a brick.
It lives.
Oh, he moved. Jerk. There we go. A little bit more XP. We continue our march. And here we go.
At least these alliance folks are offering help.
The next one, yay, it's close. That's optimal. So we're probably about 55, 60%. I keep saying, maybe another half an hour. It'll be like the third iteration of maybe it'll be a half an hour. Well, I've only been on 39 minutes, so I keep saying it'll be a half an hour, but it's only been a half an hour so far.
Take that!
If it's any consolation, you once forgot your own name. I remember when I was quite young. Had to be maybe, I think probably 6th grade. We're in class doing something I don't remember. And a friend of mine, Billy Palmer, he
6 feet
turns
tall.
to me and says in this amazed tone of voice, "How do you spell is?" It was one of those cases where he knew it didn't look right. He was pretty sure he'd spelled it right, I-S, but for some reason his brain was telling him, no, it's is, it's I-Z. Our brains are funny, and they often don't quite behave the way we want them to. And I gotta say, that does happen more often as I'm getting older and older. where my brain does not behave the way I would like it.
Tall.
The heck? Oh, that was constant interrupts and a whole shitload of torment. I do not like this individual. He is a jerk. And a dead jerk. Eat that jerk. What? No. I don't seem to be getting as much XP as I was. That would be very unhappy making. Right, how far are we going? We're going in that direction over to there. There is no waypoint. We really could use a couple of extra waypoints in this map. Reading that? Yeah, I know that's not going to happen. Have I gone too far? That nope. There it is. Almost there. Coming in for a landing. Oh, No Man's Sky. I don't think I've played No Man's Sky for a while. Was it like No Man's Sky? Was there another... Was Dune Awakening? Technically sort of space. I played a shitload of Dune Awakening, that's for sure.
For the record, you've been struck.
So, I mean, there's certainly a similarity with Dune Awakening, and I did play a lot of that not too terribly long ago. I currently have, I think, No Man's Sky installed, but I haven't played since the last patch. Ah, Dune Awakening. That's still installed. I still occasionally log in to make sure I keep my stuff up. I've got friends who are playing. We put together a really big assembly of base stuff, and the group, I haven't really been doing much of it. I've been doing a lot of deep desert farming for spice and such. I think it's a really, if you enjoy a survival crafting type game, that part of the game is extraordinarily well done, and much to pretty much everyone's surprise, it also has a good story. The story in it is really quite good. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I intend on going back to it the next time we have any kind of significant combat, or I mean content patch. I played through the first content patch and got the ability to make the wheel mount, which I can't remember the name. Treadwheel? Can't remember. Something like that. How far are we going this time? All the way down there. There we do have a conveniently located waypoint. I really enjoyed Dune Awakening. I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Above? Yeah. No, not above. Already got that. It must be down here. Yes, it is. I have gotten into the survival crafting genre in a pretty significant way over the last 18 months or a year. I really enjoyed Nightingale as well. And I feel it is always necessary for me to call out the devs from Nightingale for doing the right thing, in that they have made it so that if the game if their game studio dies and their servers go away, you can still play the game, not just on your own, but if your friends also own it, they'll be able to play it on a server you run for. And that is, compare that, let us say, to, oh, I don't know, New World, where the game will be, at best, they'll keep the servers running. At worst, they'll turn them off. Yes, I am more of a Guild Wars 2 player now. If I could only play one game for the rest of my life, I was asked this, and I said, one of two things. Either it is the game Civilization, or it'd be Guild Wars 2. If I can only play one MMORPG for the rest of my life, it would be Guild Wars 2. I still have more time in WoW overall than in Guild Wars 2, but it's getting close. I have over 6,000 hours in WoW. I have over 5,000 hours in Guild Wars 2.
I feel 6 feet tall.
One thing I really do like about WoW that they're doing is the alternate rule set servers. So that's stuff like the remix. I'm not sure how well you could do something like a remix for Guild Wars 2, but, you know, alternate rule sets. I love alternate rule sets on servers. I just find them fun in the way they expand games. So, a call out there for the WoW devs, in that I love what they're doing with alternate rule set servers. I just find them a blast.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
North. We should have... Yep. Waypoint right on that one.
Did you see what took the Martingale down?
Where is it?
No.
All right, where is it? There it is. BF6? That's the new one, right? The newest iteration that's been getting absolutely stellar reviews. I did watch Shroud playing a fair amount of it, and he was just having a blast. Take that. We're about, what, 3/4? 80% done? Maybe another 10 or 15 minutes? Hey, I didn't say half an hour this time. Oh, that's just a small amount of coins. Woo! 2 silver, 88 copper. Ooh, gotta know. I have to ask, what's for dinner? If you're making dinner, I need to know. I don't know. It's a thing that seems to happen with streamers, where we need to know what people are eating. I know I need to know because I haven't decided what I'm having for dinner yet. I would like ideas. Pork ribs. I won't be having that. I don't have any in the house. Alright, here we go again. Bloop. Where to next? Back to the south. How far? That far. Oh, I'd be happy to go back and forth between those two waypoints, doing the rifts until I can finish out the mastery. What am I at? Mastery like 608 or 610 now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hello, Inquest jerks. Wow, they moved. I had them nailed there, except they moved. Not my fault. It's clearly their fault for moving while I'm trying to kill them.
Forge the way!
They're just thoughtless, that. Ooh, pizza. No, sadly, I just had my birthday. And as is always the case, I quote-unquote celebrate my birthday by eating a whole lot of food that's really, really bad for me. So I have put on some weight, and I need to lose weight. And pizza, while delicious, is seldom low-calorie. There's a place near me that makes pizza called the Figgy Piggy. It has bacon and sage and feta cheese and figs and a drizzle of olive oil.
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet.
And oh my god, I've been tongue-wormed. If you're familiar with the concept of earworms, I've been tongue-wormed. Now I want pizza so bad. Are we back due north again? All the way? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. No, not all the way. But that's close. A salad. Now, you see, I have almost all vegetables.
Please, the children won't listen anymore.
I've hated since I was a kid. My mom used to have to, the mushed peas. My mom used to have to put a layer of applesauce on any vegetable to get me to eat it. She had to trick me into eating my vegetables. So, it's just never been a lens thing. He's never been big on salad. I'll eat a salad if, I'm at a restaurant and the first course is a salad. I'm going to eat the salad. Sure.
Compounding our powers!
There are good salads. If you want to consider a caprese salad a salad, maybe, and a caprese salad is just tomato, mozzarella, and basil. And it's delicious. And technically it's a salad, but it's not like what most people consider to be a salad. Potato salad is, it's got salad in the name, but most people are not going to say that that's a salad. Macaroni salad? Same thing.
Stand! Shield us!
I'm nigh invincible. 6 feet tall.
Oh, we're getting closer.
Quite a reward.
Most likely tonight, it will be shin black ramen with a couple of eggs cracked in it, which is about 560 calories.
Infuriating.
Now, I have lost a lot of weight
I feel exposed.
by minding the calories. It's effective. It's not that fun. It is healthier. That's absolutely true. I will not deny that. All right, we are headed northwestish. We do not have a conveniently located waypoint that way. Well, on an average day, when I'm sticking with the diet, I'm having about 1,300 calories. And it can be hard to stick to. I will also probably be gaining weight for Thanksgiving. Usually Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my birthday all coming in close order makes it tough for me to mind my weight at the end of the year.
For the record, you've been struck.
We are getting close, guys. This one may be enough that we can get on with the storyline.
Infuriating!
I'm here alone. Boss will take a while. Oh, did we actually get there? Not quite. We're so close. Maybe because we're in combat? Maybe. Alright, here comes the bossy guy. This is going to take a little bit of time. And he's dropping buttloads of condies on me. Not cool.
Stand your ground! My mind is scrambled!
My mind is scrambled! Oh, charming. We get a visit from a passing NPC. Hey, dude, I'm closing this rift. Would you mind? I can now give you my full attention. Eat procession of blades, you punk. So, I think we can finally get on with the story. We can finally get on with the goddamn story. Yay! Pardon my saltiness about it.
This is the only proper course.
But let me go back to a place where I know I can sell stuff. There I hope. Heard of a game called Fellowship? Yeah, it's basically WoW M Plus as a game of its own. I haven't actually watched anyone playing. I know a lot of a fair number of the streamers that I follow have been playing it. Let's sell all of the junk out of my proverbial trunk. I got a relic.
All.
I got a relic? Where was the relic showing up? Anyway, we will open our 20 bags
Quite a reward.
of random crafty bits, and we'll open 20 trick-or-treat bags, because why not? Throw away the rotten eggs. Consume. Consume. This is one of the PvP finishers. Throw away. Throw away. Throw away.
Quite a reward.
Sell this trading post to get it out of our goddamned inventory. Pardon my French. also. Relic of. Oh, okay. Relic of the Blightbringer. Didn't realize I had that sitting in one of my closed bags, but that's fine. All right. All right. Use your skimmer's ether location skill to pick up Seb and Kuda's trail. That is all the way over yonder. This appears to be closer.
Guess I was having a little too much fun.
I can't say no to butternut squash and cabbage and sugar pumpkins. It's just sitting here. My mind will not allow me to not pick it all up. It's free! Go away! Ha! They can follow me if they like. They can't actually follow me. If they like. Alright, throw that away. Good. I am going to AFK for a sec. I'm going to refill my coffee. I'm going to empty something else. And I'll be right back, and we will be, at last, able to continue the storyline that we were blocked at about this time yesterday. Not that I'm bitter. He's bitter. Be right back. Coffee achieved. And I'm back.
Hi guys, how you doing?
All right. We have to go in that direction. And we'll need to be on our skimmer and use Aether Location. Like echolocation, except it involves no echoes. So I guess it's not really that much like echolocation. Well, let's just go right ahead and swap over to our skimmer. I should change skimmer skins. I'm going to take a moment to change skimmer skins. Mounts. Hands-on part is done, and in about 15 minutes you'll have fall off the bone ribs. Is it considered a faux pas for me to tell someone who's watching my stream that I hate them? I'm not certain. Which one is that? Oh, that's the spooky. Oh, I don't think I have used the new enchanted skimmer yet. We have the new one that I just got. It's not that interesting to me. We have this one we got, which is horrifying. I'm going to go with the enchanted, but I am going to re-dye it a little. Bear with me. You'd invite me over, but the leftovers would be very cold. I don't care. I'll book a flight. Charter a plane? Mounts. Yes, there we go. Okay, what do we want here? The red's a little bit much. The ruby red. I can always go with one of my favorite dyes. We can try that out, the enameled and blaze here. How does that look? That's a little bit more sedate. We have the matriarch brass is okay. I always love darkness. This is a great dye. Get myself a pressure cooker. I have an instant pot, which is essentially a pressure cooker. Have ribs in 15 to 20 minutes, depending on if they're thawed or frozen. I have not considered using it for essentially slow cooking, quickly ribs. I will look into it. Let's see, that one. That's a bit bright. The brightness is turned up. So, for instance, if I were to go with magenta for this, that's really too much. Or searing is probably, yeah, that's blinding. It's not bad there. I like darkness. What else we got? A lemon tint? Really? A lemon? I don't think we need lemon tint. Perhaps Carnage Orange might work. No, that's a bit too... The brightness is turned up on that too. Ooh, maybe one of the shadow colors? Oh, I like. Yeah, that works. Okay, I think we're good now. Off we go. On we go. I now have Ether Location, which I think is also used to find hidden treasure in the world. What did it find back there? Oh, it is a toggle. I had no idea it was a toggle. I don't know. Oh, I guess the yellows are life signs? Yeah, the yellows are life signs. Okay, I figured that out. I'm clever. Whoops, something's shooting at me. So much for my claims of cleverness, and now I've gotten stuck on boxes. I'm maybe not so clever as I wanted to be. This is going to be fine. I feel sure it's going to be fine. Oh, we do have the green circle, so we're kind of where we need to be, sort of, right? I will inspect that location.
We know they're heading north. Maybe the skimmer can sense if there's something unusual we can track. Let's see how sharp those senses are.
So far, so good. I like that the Aether location is a toggle. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was you'll have to press the button repeatedly. It isn't slow cooking. It's actually the opposite. Right, yeah. You get... the temperature goes higher than boiling. Get the ribs brown. If frozen, don't bother with that. Add a little water to clean the pot. Add some tomatoes, onions, garlic, celery. Salt to taste, and enough water to almost cover. Yeah, in essence, you're doing a fast braise. For the record, braising is how God makes food in heaven. Oh, I do Imperial, but I can convert. The conversion for 120C is you divide by 5, that's 24. You multiply times 9, that's 180 and 36, 216, and add 32, it's 248 Fahrenheit. Math, boys and girls, key to the universe. Due to the pressure, the flavors get injected in the meat. Yep. Not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here, but this thing was in my way. Use my skimmer's enhanced barrel roll to uncover the object buried. We have an enhanced barrel roll? It's not regular? I'll open the hidden inquest cache.
Seb gathering artifacts inland.
Overseer, I can only offer my apologies. What the director sees in the principal biomancer is beyond me, but there's no doubting the cruelty to which we would be subjected should he become aware of our information sharing arrangement. As far as his experiments are concerned, Seb has been requesting a number of artifacts from the dig sites inland. What he intends with said artifacts I have been unable to discover, but it seems he has acquired enough of the objects to satisfy whatever hypothesis he intends to test. Again, I do appreciate very much your discretion and your willingness to indulge our paranoia with regard to the unconventional nature of these dead drop locations. Use your skimmer's Aether location skill to follow the trail of Inquest's technological frequencies. You've got frequencies. What's the frequency, Kenneth? That's an old guy musical reference? Well, also a reference to Dan Rather. Dan Rather was once assaulted in public. Dan Rather was a news reporter for decades. He was assaulted in public by a guy shouting, "What's the frequency, Kenneth?" And so REM made a song titled, "What's the Frequency, Kenneth?" Use your skimmer's enhanced barrel roll. I'm going to guess it's up on this little... No, maybe not. Well, we'll just do the enhanced barrel roll here. That wasn't it. So perhaps the enhanced barrel roll is up here. In this seemingly obvious location. No, that's not it. I'm O for everything so far on the enhanced barrel roll here. Is it moving? I'm just not hitting it. Oh, there it is. Got it. Ah. It should uncover, shouldn't it? There we go. Listen to a recorded message on the Inquest log box.
By the time you retrieve this message, if it isn't washed out to sea, I will have already witnessed whatever vile abomination Seb thinks to unleash next. Whatever it is, I expect it to be nowhere near powerful enough to combat the Seneschal patrolling the mainland shore. It would almost be a shame if Seb managed to kill her. She's rather majestic from a distance. Perhaps she will snap his head from his shoulders, and I can watch as his grinning face rolls into the sea. For now, keep a low profile. I'm heading inland to meet up with Seb, after I siphon the salt water from my suit.
Seneschal? Not sure what that is, but Kuda definitely wants Seb dead. Where to
Ooh,
next?
Barracuda. Dum, 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 dum. That's a old guy music reference. Oh my god. We'll turn back on our ether location. Boing. 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 I'm doing a lot of boinging. My skimmer's discovered something of value. Ooh, a chest. My first ether location treasure. Unusual coins. Ah, very nice. We'll need those. Those are used for currency for a number of the expansion things. Basically, every expansion, all of your collected unusual coins become ancient coins, and then new unusual coins are in the new content. That allows them to keep currencies to a minimum. What was that? Oh, why did we automatically go down? I don't know. By default, are we enabled now where if we just move our
I
camera,
hunt minerals.
we
Near
automatically
rocks,
die?
some say. Ha! Science says otherwise. Essential for tools, for weapons.
Use skimmers, enhanced barrel roll. Oh, we're back at the barrel rolling again. Back. After the pressure's off, take the ribs off the pot, add manioc. I'm familiar with manioc. I'm not sure I've ever used it. Lacking that, potatoes cook under pressure for about 5 to 8 minutes. You're making me hungry. Stop making me hungry. That's the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I am to blame for hitting the wrong button. None of you did that. That was me. I'm the bad man. There we go. An inquest task. And I have 2 hours and 17 minutes before dinner. It's going to be a long 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Apparently, Castora is even more dangerous.
Apologies
than
for lack of
suspected.
communication. Seb, always suspicious.
Back to the trail.
Note from Vlox references second Seneschal in Starlet Weald. That's the second map. Vlox hypothesizes territoriality beyond natural inclinations, perhaps magical. Suspect from diction, a diminishing impatience with Seb's indulgences, but director can be inscrutable. So the director is Vlox. More when time permits. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I understand that. That is an entirely appropriate response. I seldom will apologize for the food that I eat, if it's particularly delicious. I will not apologize for amazing musical concerts I've been to because I'm an old guy. People who, might hate me for having seen Pink Floyd's The Wall concert in, 1980, I think? In LA, when they only did concerts in London, New York, and LA to support the Wall album. I've pissed people off with that. I've gotten, I hate you as a response, and you know what? They're not wrong. We have an anomalous frequency. I'm going to
Something
inspect
large
it.
ahead. I'd better call for backup, just in case.
That seems
Saida,
wise.
I think I'm nearing the end of the trail. Skimmer's sensing something large. Bring backup.
I'll grab as little I can and be right there, Commander.
So it's going to be a big fight, presumably against whatever the Seneschal is. Which I have been avoiding Guild Wars 2 streams the last 2 days when I'm not streaming myself. Because I don't want spoilers. Well, I don't want any significant spoilers.
Finally.
Finally?
As quickly as we could.
Shut up, Ritlock.
Canop's occupied. Rowdy freebooters.
Don't be a whiner.
Starin?
Invited him to check out the pub. Then invited him to check out Hullgarden. Wasn't too bothered when he declined.
He seemed a little under the weather when we arrived. I assumed he was back on the Leviathan, but no luck there.
Get the feeling he doesn't want to be here. Sure did insist on coming, though.
No time to worry about it.
I
Seven
saw
Kuda
people wondering if
rendezvoused
maybe
here,
it was
testing some
there were
experiments
seers involved in the
nearby.
expansion.
Let's see what they're up to.
Isgarn's the last of the seers. Time to alert, because spoilers for you. Am I going to be on tomorrow? I expect so. Probably same bad time. So probably, again, Pacific time between 11 and 1 p.m., 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And I will definitely be back at 5 p.m. Pacific tonight, so that's 3 hours and 15 minutes from now. The earlier session is a probable, not a definite. The 5 p.m. Pacific time is my usual. And I hesitate to say that's a sure thing, because I'm old enough there are no sure things. But that's very, very wrong. That's the time scheduling bit. Oh, hi guys.
What is it with these things? Haven't left us alone since we sailed in.
How about we drop that, and we drop that, and then we drop that, and then we spin around like crazy. Elite crushing horror. Well, you know, who doesn't like a nice horror to start their day off? Oh, most of humanity would rather skip horrors. Okay, thank you for hanging out, as always. Very much appreciated.
Battle silence.
Well, now that we're back in the storyline, I'm having fun again. It doesn't feel like a chore. I'm a shell slayer. I have now killed 1,000 creatures of the deep. I think that's the last tier. Yes. So, that's one that's been around for a while. That's worth 16. I'm now 30 achievement points from my next box of goodies. Look, Ritlock's up there killing a single hermit crab. I killed a boatload of them already.
6 feet tall.
How about we drop that, and we drop that, and it went down into the ground. Well, we are over here to catch up to Kuda and Seb.
This them? We gonna beat the information out of them, or...?
Are they burying rocks?
Overseer Kuda and Principal Biomancer Seb. Kuda seems far more reasonable than Seb.
Unclear. Do you have eyes on those raptors?
Friends of yours, Kuda?
Hardly. Did you allow yourself to be followed, Biomancer?
I would ask the same of you, Overseer.
I think
But it's
Seb
irrelevant.
may be the same voice actor
Too good to be true.
of my character.
They're not running.
Not even any guards
What
around.
matters now is that you've all bungled this experiment. Do you have any idea the effort I've gone to?
Burying artifacts that were scarcely just unearthed.
Ah, but wait. Yes. Let's test a different hypothesis. Here, catch.
What?
Unfortunate.
That is the Seneschal. Feet Kella, Seneschal of Waves.
Do you see those chains? She's bound by magic. I don't think she's doing this by choice.
She seems protective of those objects Seb was burying in the vicinity. Maybe we can find those for her. Calm her down.
Killing her seems hard enough. Let
We're
alone
not making
not
enough progress
killing
with
her.
that.
I appreciate you stepping in, Commander. Good luck.
No, I don't see any map indicator. Oops, wrong. I got out of it in time. Go me. Before they were talking about, like, there may be objects
Give her
here
an
that...
artifact! Hurry!
Find one of the artifacts. Okay, now we're talking. Find... how am I supposed to find the artifact? Am I supposed to be mounted on... Can't be mounted. It must be there in the sand pile. Pick up. Dig up.
Not helpful.
Keep looking!
Holy crap! Oh, I've got it. What am I supposed to do with it? The option is to discard. No, I don't want to discard. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. It really just infuriates me when ArenaNet gives you stuff to do but doesn't tell you how you're supposed to freaking do it. Alright, I dug it up.
Let her have the thing.
Return it. That worked. All right. I will note that the first time I had one, I didn't have the option. My only option was to drop it. And evidently that was not the thing to do. I chose poorly. Oh, come on. Seriously, does that wave thing put... It looked like it put some ludicrous number of bleeds on me that it instantly jibbed me. Also, ArenaNet, please, that's something you need to get rid of forever, is moving the player's camera around.
Infuriating.
Moving the camera in because the player gets stuck on something or under something. Moving the camera in and then leaving it there is an incredible annoyance.
Give her an artifact! Hurry!
As soon as I can find one. Would you like to please I'm in the sand pit.
Not helpful.
Oh, I
Try
see.
again.
That's not what we're looking for. Oh my god.
Not helpful.
Perfect.
Keep looking!
Yes, like, oh, that's really not good. All right, it's official. This is just really an incredibly annoying piece of content.
Not helpful.
That's what I mean about...
looking.
Oh, jeez. Having to get randomly lucky like this is idiotic.
Found one.
Let her have the thing.
Infuriating.
Whoop. Okay, we don't want to walk into that or leap into that. That would be ill-conceived. So far, not impressed with this fight. It's just annoying. Now, one thing they have been doing is fights like this end up being strikes or raids. Frankly, I think, while I approve the idea, I think multiple difficulties for content is always a good idea. And what you do is you have to... Perfect. You have to start with the most difficult setting. Oh, perfect. And it just keeps moving, too. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Not my fault, though. You have to start with the most difficult setting. Oh. And then work your way back. It just feels like this fight hasn't been worked back far enough.
No luck.
Keep looking!
If that makes sense.
Not helpful.
Try another spot.
I can't tell you how much I despise randomness
Something here.
in this kind of
Throw
crap.
it to her!
That's not a fun mechanic for a single player. You don't need that. Approach Keela. Seneschal of Waves. Okay, is she cool? Is she gonna be cool now? You cool, babe?
That's it.
Talk?
We're not your enemy.
Okay, I take it
There
back.
you go.
If we only had to get her to 70% or
Actually
so,
worked.
I'm fine with this fight.
Thought for
I take
sure
it back.
somebody was going to end up dead there. Probably us.
What?
That
What
looks
are
like
those
Void.
artifacts? And the magic that's holding her.
Raw ley magic, mostly. But I swear there's something else familiar about it. When I saw it earlier, near
Yep,
Holgar...
so I roll back my
Either of you
criticisms
get
on
much
this
of a
fight
look at those
completely. We only have
artifacts
to get her to
she's hoarding?
68. It's fine.
Book? Tablets? Some kind of shard.
Absolutely fine.
Shadowstone. The Seers. Alchemy. That's what that magic felt like. Seer magic.
Well, that would explain why Isgarin is
Isgarin.
crabby.
Isgarin. Either he can't hear me or he doesn't want to talk. With Keela calm for the moment,
I'm
maybe you
so
two
much
can get some
happier
people
with that
inland
fight
and start setting
now
up
that
camp.
it's only, a
On it.
third.
We'll keep an eye out
It's
for his
perfectly
guard.
fine. Two-thirds
And
of
Seb.
the whole fight, if we had to fight that thing to the
Like to
death,
wipe
that
that
would have
smug grin off his face
really-
and get some answers.
been really tedious.
I'll meet you there soon. We'll get our bearings, see if we can find any leads.
So, I roll it back. I apologize to everyone for everything I've ever done wrong. And I'm going to use that big grouping because otherwise I'll never finish because I've done so many things wrong. Are we going on to the second map? I have already opened up the second map. Let me go down. Oh, yep. We are going on to the second map. Wild Castoran Magic Mastery. Alright, we got a little on Convergent Evolution Training, which Slipstream Boost and Water Jet, so that's like combat stuff. We're almost close to the second one here. I think I'll probably finish this one off, and then we'll go to the Wild Castoran Magic, but we can at least look at and see what these are. Used to open obscured chests, earned by completing events and magic mirror challenges by defeating enemies that are veteran rank or higher. Disappears when leaving a map. Well, we'll finish the one we've got. Mastery point, of course. Give me a bunch. Oh my god, that was a bunch. So happy that that finished up. Yay! We now have resourcefulness. What is Lucky Shield? On Castor, your health reaches 25%, create a barrier of additional health. 25% of your health. No, health threshold is 25%. Healing Shield cooldown reduction is 50%. Got it. Seems okay. So we're off for here. Yay! We exit. Regroup with Saida and Ritlock at Foothold Bivouac. In the Starlit Wheel, which is the second map. Up above us, there is a mastery point. but we're underground right now, so we have to get to the above ground part of the map. Oh. We'll see if we can just get up there through this opening. My guess is probably not. And oh no, we can. Yay! I'm too smart for them. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Never mind. It's further up. I can see my house from here. Yes, I make that joke every time. Sorry. Hero points. I don't actually need the hero points because I've already completely unlocked Luminary. I was going through my other characters and seeing how many of them had enough points to open up the new spec, and not many of them did. So I will probably be grinding through hero points on other expansions. Some of my other characters. We'll grab this hero point first before we go to the questy stuff. Hello there. Fox chirps in reply. Seems you need to earn her trust. Who wants some head pats? A lot of head pats, evidently. A lot of head pats for Michaela, the fox. $178. I was just curious because I had enough to buy in. I had a few left over, not many, maybe like 20. So it looks like I've gotten about 150 so far, which sounds about right. I mean, how many did I get on the previous map? Over here I got 14 to 15. The 15th one was bugged. ArenaNet. So yeah, 14 and one here, 15, 150 points. About right. Okay. Saida the Sly.
We're still getting everything put together here, Commander. Haven't had much time yet.
I'd say we're well within acceptable parameters.
Bigger problem is going to be managing all of our friends. Not sure everyone has the same reasons for being here.
There are definitely some tensions, but nothing we can't smooth over. Well, nothing you can't smooth over, Commander.
You may have gotten out of this one.
Great.
But this'll be every day for you on the Captain's Council.
Why do you think I came alone?
We've got a letter to Cantha. Again, I won't be reading all of these because that does not make for interesting content. Colonel Ref? An Asura colonel? I didn't know that was a thing.
Wayfinder, good. They respect you, at least. Your presence should prove helpful.
Having trouble balancing all the factions here, Colonel?
To put it mildly, they're all focused on their own objectives, but we have higher priorities to handle first. For starters, this camp is hardly what I'd call secure. What if the Inquest were to attack? We also just need more intel about our surroundings and potential dangers. We know next to nothing about this place.
I'll see if I can take care of a few of those problems for you. Just try to keep them away from each other's throats.
I don't know, if they killed each other, it wouldn't be a problem anymore. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's necessarily a good idea. It's an idea. I'll grab that one. Well, we got more hero point over there. We got a mastery point over yonder.
Wayfinder. Always a relief to have you around.
Thank you, Major.
Colonel Rath is running this operation,
Emund.
managing all the factions here.
Yep.
I'm mostly trying
he's
to
the
make
heart.
his life easier.
Yeah.
But diplomacy isn't my strong suit. You're pretty good at it, though. So if you got time to keep everyone happy, I'd appreciate it.
We've got a scout. Let us speak with the scout. Hello, scout. Anything going on with the Choya? Dance with Choya. The Choya moves done correctly. Where is the Choya dance currently occurring? Nice, that showed up on the map somewhere, but it doesn't. Thank you for letting me know about the thing that isn't anywhere close enough for me to find. Interesting creature. It's a duck.
Wow,
I'm
look
going
at
to sketch
that.
the duck. I'm evidently sketching ducks now. Not entirely sure why I'm sketching ducks, but that's what I'm doing. I have sketched a duck. Oh, we can't go through those little balls. Interesting. Then we couldn't go through that, of course. Also interesting. I'm interested. We have an interesting flower. I'm assuming I'm going to sketch this too. All of a sudden, I'm Paul Bettany in Master and Commander. There's a reference for you. I'm a sketch artist. It has been completed. That's 5 more achievement points. Certainly pleased about that. Because we're now 76 achievements from the big box of goodies. I won't do that again. We all hope. We go a little bit south of east to get to the hero point. So apparently doing those sketches
Adding it to the
is
map.
helping. Quill
I
rings
wonder what the
achievement
Gwildel
unlocked.
use them for.
what?
Food,
Oh,
rest,
to get a mini
some sort of
Gwildel.
ritual?
Okay, somebody decided we're gonna make go out of our way to make the ugliest cute creature in history.
Wayfinder, you're just the volunteer ecologist I needed. Take a look at this ring of rocks, will ya? I'm studying the Gwildel. Based on my research, they might be related to tree ants. They're really powerful, a
this?
little mischievous. The
The
Gwildel
skimmer
tend to
tracker.
use
We're
just
supposed
like
to
this.
destroy these. Yes,
I
we're supposed
found
to
them
destroy these.
all over the
I can do that. I am qualified for destruction.
Usually they're bustling with Gwildel and sleeping with lay magic, but this one is dormant. Nothing. Like an unconnected conduit. Maybe the inquest tempered with them. Regardless, the Gwildel seem to be avoided now. And
Until
there are others
Inquest
like them.
hide the tracker
If we
as
can
well.
tend to the ring ourselves,
Oh.
maybe the Gwildel
They
will
brought an engineer in. Oh, point. Will Rings, a friend of mine who started doing the expansion and then got entirely caught up in getting cats. They're going to see that Gwildel, or whatever they're called, and they are going to cease doing anything with their entire life until it's cleared out. Until they have it.
And now, to destroy it.
Interesting, I'm not getting any heart credit for this. I guess the event doesn't qualify. Disappointing.
I feel 6 feet tall.
In point of fact, I don't actually feel 6 feet tall. I'll interact with that rock. Supposed to bring that back to the one who's doing Gwildel searches, or...
My mind is scrambled.
My mind is scrambled! That was successful.
That should slow the inquest down considerably.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it.
I believe
I move faster.
the Wavehawks may know of cave systems in the area, so pay attention to any you might see.
Use all. Use all. Deposit. Castoran caches of riches. Not sure they're all that rich, frankly. You know, none of the Castorans want to hear that, but I don't think their caches are particularly rich. How about a boingy shroom? Boing me, Daddy. Hi. This is the cave overlook. Apparently there's a cave that this overlooks. Just going out on a limb here. There was also a mastery point east of where we are right now. Stuck on a root. Scout Yakuto. No, Yakuti. Achoya here? Are you sure? It looked more like a fruit than a cactus, but trust me, I'd recognize those chittering voices in that waddling gait anywhere. You should try to make contact and see what they know. Well, it headed north, so maybe that's where they're living. I spent enough time with Narcissa on our voyage to know she'll be interested in this. Yeah, I bet she will. I bet she will. I bet she will. Say no more. Monty Python bit. It's higher up. Oh, I see it. I'm going to commune with this place of power. Bear with me. Another achievement point. 23? Is it 23? It's 23. Reward Protector. You got anything for me? No. Iboga, however... Defeat the dangerous creature. And what? I see something. It is a champion Tyrannus Man-Eater. Is any, yes, there are a couple people fighting. I'm in.
You are all weaklings.
It's a Man-Eater.
I've beaten I'm nigh invincible, but you don't know it yet.
Whoops! That is a boatload of bleed.
A cycle reborn. A world to many.
And then, wow! All of a sudden, he has got a major Woody for inflicting large amounts of damage on me.
Your soul is mine.
Now that look, I was out of that. You could see clearly I was out of that. Whoa, that's not good. That was horseshit.
I need help.
I was outside of that and then not fast enough. Let's try and get... Whoops! This thing's no joke. Holy crap.
Accelerate.
Okay. I'm convinced. Time to swap over to my ranged weapon. Use smooth-talking Devil Sword. since you seem to really like annihilating melee classes, I will stand off at range. And this is why, for open world stuff, I tend to have the longbow equipped, but not use it that much. Most of the time, I'm much better, much more functional, more impactful in melee, but some mobs are just incredibly punishing if you happen to be a melee class. And that's not just this game. That is kind of a rule for MMO. A hunt for the ages, one of 3 giant beasts.
Vitality restored. Easy marks.
A Halloween prize bag. And a couple more Halloween bags. Oh, let's open, and open. That's a large candy bag, which had apparently large amounts of candy, and 5 of the regular bags. Those, put that all away, eat that. Whoops, no, consume that. Survivalist's supply stash. Okay, yeah, that's the first tier of the Castoran mastery, and it's mostly useless. Another interesting creature. I'm going to sketch it. Because evidently sketching these actually does add to the heart progress. They have made them longer than they used to be. Used to be they were mostly maxed out at 5. Click the right buttons. And now that we're up to like 7. Click the right buttons. Astral Ward Scout Prima. Oh, grab.
I knew I'd achieve
first. What was the achieve I just got? Another achievement. That's like 22 now. Right? 22. We just got Starlit Wheeled Explorer. Oh, I haven't explored the whole thing yet. Barely got started. Oh, Wayfinder, good. I've been tracking the rivers in the area, and they might provide easier travel for us than slogging through the dense forest. Oh, what have we found? Well, I'm still charting a layout of the waterways, but it's looking promising, although I'd encounter some Inquest presence along the river north of here. They can use the rivers for travel too, of course. Which would leave us vulnerable. There is a strong point. I'll send a request to the Colonel for structured skimmer patrols that aren't caught by surprise. Good choice. Wise. You are wise beyond your years. Underwater clams. As opposed... Oh, freshwater, sorry. I need to be on the skimmer, okay? Gathered one type of wave hawk food. Well, I guess the thunder shrimp will be next. The spike-tail fish. And the edible coral? 3 out of 4, we need seaweed. Where's the seaweed? Coral's nice, but we need seaweed. Is it seaweed if we're inland, though? If this is fresh water, that's not seaweed. I hate to be that guy, but yeah, I am that guy. Was that 4 achievement points? It was. We're at 18. I don't assume these are actually... They are giving me a little progress on the heart. Well, I'm just going to eat. I'm going to eat the coelacanth. Not many game references to coelacanths. Food crate. Oh, we put them in the food crate?
Researchers around and nobody wants to work. You're better than them, aren't you?
Oh, okay. Then we're going to continue with that, because that gave us a nice big chunk. And I like nice big chunks. Wait, that came out. We're just gathering these. We're not actually eating them. What I am going to stick with, you don't see a lot of coelacanths in MMOs. There's coelacanth again. Coral. Insert the Walking Dead meme here. Coral! Coelacanth. Pick up. Thunder shrimp. Pick up. Come on. Let's see how close this puts us. Yeah, we're just gonna grab some more then. As that's giving us very fast heart progress. Which I approve of. That coelacanth is not pick-upable. For whatever reason. Thunder shrimp are go. That's a really old guy reference. Coelacanth, sure. Edible coral. I think we probably have enough now that we can turn it in and finish out the heart. Did we get that mastered or our hero point? We did not. We will now. The hero point is probably up. I was going to say probably up at the top of the tree. No, it's on a lily pad. Really big lily pad, but a lily pad nonetheless. Turn this into the food crate, and that should finish out the heart. Boom shakalaka! Ten antiquated ducats. Track down scouts. Oh, I apparently haven't gotten enough of those. I need to find Vigil Scout Premhawk and Kestrel Chul. Not a particularly felicitous name. Are they on the map? No. But we do have... Continue around the outside. And we will grab the mastery point we spotted. There's the point for the tree. It appears to be right in the middle of the tree. Perhaps below. Oh, there we got it. And there we have... No, that's not the one I wanted, but it's the one I got. Oh, we have a boingy. Boingy is good. Boingy should be sufficient. Boingy. Visions of Eternity Mastery Insight. Boing. That is the least boingy of boingy shrooms ever. Another mastery point. How close are we? 16. 16. So close I can taste it. Tastes like butterscotch. Explorer's Diary. Read again. I'm not going to read that at you. We've got 2 more guys we need to find who are somewhere in this area. We got an event. I'll do that if I can.
This will be unpleasant.
Cyborg tech samples. So we pick those up and
nigh
presumably
invincible.
deliver those to the bots. Pick up that one. Deliver that. We'll get 3 in before we run out of time, and that's going to be it. Because we've got
Yes, I can inject code through this particular channel. This should be able to alter
Calming
their
Blast.
programming.
Use the special action
Quick,
skill
take
on
this
low
device
health
and
creatures
use it on the
to
creatures.
disable their in-quest programming. Passed one on a tree. I did. I will in just a second. Okay, is this considered low health? No. That was not on low health either. That person used it. Also, hi, Misty. Oh, back here, on a tree. Were they visible on the mini-map, and I just didn't see them? She's sitting there giggling, because they're not anywhere here near here, and I just got gulled. No, not really. Back.
Any guesses so far?
Free. Damn it, as in I missed it again? Damn it, you were mistaken? Or damn it, I'm on to you. And you're evil too far. Too far. I got a silver out of that. That's nice. I didn't recognize what the hell that was. Extremis token gloves. I don't want to destroy that. Oh, it's a trophy. Presumably, it's just to be sold. It's a 50 silver item. A half a gold is not to be sneezed at. I'm looking. That looks like a suspicious tree. We also have a POI over there that I'm interested in. Cave Overlook we've already grabbed. Presumably the POI is in the cave. Oh, also in the cave is this. It's still within the area where we're looking for people. I was looking the wrong way. She's playing with my mind. She's messing with my melon. Looking. Got it. You were correct, and it was not appearing on the minimap. Thank you very much. You can continue to mess with me that way. Thank you. It's good to be back in a forest again. Oh, I was going, what the hell? Oh, okay. It's one of the bird people. Kestrel. Of course, makes sense. Never mind. Good to be back in the forest again. If I squint, it almost feels like home. The size of some of these trees would make them right at home with those in Echovald. Have you gotten a view from higher up? Briefly. I'm still mapping out paths for traversing the canopy between perches. Do any perches have good sight lines to see approaching dangers? Several, yes. Okay, so now we need to find Vigil Scout Premhawk. And I actually think to pick it up, I'm better served using the flying mount rather than the mount I want to be using. Thank you, Misty. You're awesome. Continue being awesome, or you'll be less awesome. It's not my choice. That's just the way awesome works. Believe me, I know. Once upon a time, I was awesome. Long ago. So long. Terribly long. We've got a big bossy mob. Where is it? Way off in the distance somewhere. This is a good-sized map. Big map. Nice. I approve of big maps. And I cannot lie. I can't say I am nuts about a quest like this, where it's basically, travel around and try to find some guys. Hide and seek. The hiding part of a hide and seek can be fun. The seeking part feels more like work. Oh, we're still in the right area. You have to get close before the marker for them will show up on the map. The minimap. We have bubbles. They're just visual bubbles. They're not real bubbles. I had to know. Yeah, this is feeling like a poorly implemented quest. The area is a bit too big and broken up for, I think I found it. Yeah, there we are. For those to be found in a way that doesn't feel a little bit frustrating. Commander, good to see you. The forest really is something, isn't it? Especially the creatures. What sort of... Pardon me. What sort of creatures have you encountered? Some of them are familiar, like moas, but others I've never seen before. One was a great armored beastie, reminded me of those adorable bristlebacks I once saved. Nobody has ever called bristlebacks adorable. Anything else?
Well, things are calmer around camp for now.
Well, things are calmer
Guess I should
around
make sure
camp
everyone
for
is
now.
doing okay out in the field.
Talk with Magister Kedron in Tranquil Glen. I'm sure it's always entirely tranquil. By default, I'm going to be using the skimmer because it's new and it's somewhat thin.
That should slow the inquest down considerably. The Wavehawks may know of cave systems in the area, so pay attention to any you might see.
Ding. Welcome to the Tranquil Glen. It's so tranquil. The hero point is not in a particularly tranquil location. So we'll get it. I will commune with this place of power. So 4 out of 15 here. There's 15 here, and there's 15 in the previous map. That's 300 points. You need 250 points to get the entire mastery up. So they have extras. Crunch all you want. They've got extras. Magister Keith? Keaton.
Oh, Commander, how delightful. You've come to the right place. The magic is absolutely overflowing here. This place is defined by magic. It permeates everything. The plants, the animals, even the soil itself. We need to understand it better to know what we'll face here. Perhaps you can gather some samples.
Oh. Perhaps I can do your scut work for you. Is that what you're saying? Okay, maybe that's a little harsh. Leyline emanations. I've mentioned this before. I feel it is incumbent upon me to mention it again. Ley lines in games contemporarily are sort of presented as if they're this ancient, mysterious thing. In fact, ley lines were invented in, I think, the 19th century, the concept of them. So there isn't anything, ancient and mystical about them, unless you consider the 19th century to be mystical. My brain was on pause for a moment there. Don't worry, that happened. And then I pressed the wrong button again. Just stay young, ladies and gentlemen. Did I not? I thought I changed that. Oh, I guess I did not. Let's go. This is one of the new Sky Scale skins that were part of the Choosy box that came with the purchase of the supply drop. The supply drop definitely falls into the, if you like enough of the cosmetics in it, it might be worth it. But if they're not of interest to you, then probably not. Oh, you can stay on the mount while you grab them. That's a tidy little piece of business I approve of. When they were doing the design for this map, somebody said we need more birds, and so the person in charge just said, well, get some moa. Not a good joke. I mean, most of my jokes, they're not high quality. That one was particularly...
Hey, Wayfinder, you can handle a skimmer, right? I got assigned to collect magic samples out here, and I'm in over my head. Any you could grab for me would be a big help.
Not right now. I'm grabbing stuff for somebody else who's not capable of grabbing things themselves. Thank you, though. Oh, ley line. Emanation. You gotta keep them emanating. Bam, 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 bam. That didn't seem to make much of a change in the part or the quest line. Progress bar thing. I'll probably finish this up and call it afternoon and then be back a few hours for the evening sesh. Yes, it's an evening sesh. Okay, that was everything. You're following? Or not? Ha!
Hopefully this will help.
Hopefully this will help.
This is wonderful, Commander. I'll get right to work.
Find Ember Doomforge in Tranquil Glen. Okay, well, we will find Ember in a bit. A couple hours. I'm going to go back to camp and call it an afternoon session. Uh-oh. Hello? You arrived just in time to hear me say, I'm going to call it an afternoon session. Sorry. I'll be back in about 2 hours and 19 minutes at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, for an evening session with more madness. Not high-quality madness, it's kind of the same grab-ass madness that you normally see around.
But the Colonel says I need more experience managing.
But I want to thank all of you for hanging out. Let me throw a raid to someone, because you guys may be on trying to grab drops, and I want to make sure you get your drops. So I'm going to send you to Maddie. Maddigon is a cool streamer, a professional musician, and give me a bit here as I set up the raid. Obviously, that's only going to work for those of you who Twitch, those of you who use YouTube. Thank you, but I can't raid you. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out. As always, I am very appreciative. I will be back in a little over 2 hours with more of the usual nonsense. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your week and your Wednesday/Thursday go great. I'll be back a couple hours. Take care and